Hi there, this is John from CNCKing.com, and today's project is a little bit too large to fit in the film studio. So I moved everything over to the west wing of the CNCKing.com headquarters. And as you can see here, I strung it up on my exercise gym. What I have next to me here is by far the largest project I've ever done here on CNCKing.com. This project is made up of 263 pieces and 10 full sheets. Full sheet here in Australia is 1200 by 2400 millimeters. And because my ShopBot desktop is not a full sheet router, I had to divide each full sheet into 24 pieces, which meant 240 tiles to make this project here. How much does it weigh? It weighs roughly 30 kilograms. And there's no nails, there's no screws, there's nothing. It's just interlocking parts and about 2 liters of glue. Now if you were to design this thing, it took me a few weeks. It took me 2 weeks to build or cut and build. The reason why it took me so long again is for the tiles. If I had a full sheet router, I'd probably get this done in a few days. So that's definitely on my shopping list. Just to show you how often I do the same thing, for the last 6 years, I found wood marbles in 2007, and now we're at the end of 2013. Everything that I built has been basically symmetrical, a mirror. So if you had, say I have a toy car, you cut it in half and the left is just like the right side. When I put this project together on my design files, I made the pedal so that it works like this, which is a very efficient action. When I actually built it physically, my mind didn't clue in for some reason, and I built it this way. Now normally that's not a big problem, but for this project here, you'd have a heck of a hard time moving it this way, because it's just so big and cumbersome. So what I would do is, I look at the model, oh that looks good. Then about a half hour later, after the glue was set and everything was set to go, I'd look at it again and I said, that looks kind of odd. How would I pedal this way if the pedals are set up this way? And then something would light up in my mind and say, oh my God, I screwed up. I've got to change everything. So luckily for me, I did this twice actually, just to show you how old habits die slow. What I would do is with the chisel and hammer to undo everything, try to unglue all the pieces and glue them back together again the proper way. Having only plywood and glue to build a steering column is actually quite challenging. The problem is the weight, because the more wood I use, the heavier it is, and the stronger it is, but also it makes things harder to turn. Now this would actually turn, except I have it hung up by the wheels, and I have everything else secured. So this here is a steering column. It works very easily. This is all one unit. It slides straight through these panels here, and then I put here, and I interlock it straight through. So it's a very solid build. When I first built it, I only had 2 here. I think here I got 6 or 7. When I sat on it, I'm about 80 kilograms. This thing sliced straight through. So this is strong, and this is strong. But just 2 of these, definitely not strong enough. And that caused a problem. So that's why I had to redesign it again to be extra beefy, especially around here. Now the results were great, and it actually does work now. these are the wheels. Now this was an interesting challenge because when I originally designed this project, I made everything fit almost perfectly on my platform. And then I realized that my wood is not 6 mil, it's 6.7 mil. So just to be easy on myself, I scaled everything up by 10%, and it worked out perfect that way. The problem is the wheels. This wheel here and this one here, by increasing them by 10% meant they didn't fit on my platform anymore. So I just pushed through and let it be the way it was. But this was something that caused me a bit of grief, and I had to sort of sand out a little bit more just because it wouldn't fit on my platform anymore. Once I had everything designed, I just had to recut this, the steering column, and the other side, because this I was able to salvage. So I just cut through it with a jigsaw to save myself a bit of time. Well, I hope you just caught that. If you look at the pedals, just now, you'll notice that I set them up the wrong way. Again, I had to undo all the clamps, undo all the parts with a chisel and a hammer, and then put everything back together again. The first question people ask me when I show them this model is, does it actually roll? Yes and no. The front works fine, the back doesn't. Now, if I don't sit on it, it rolls totally fine, it's great. But if I sit on it, again you have 80 kilograms, and the bottom wheels are just one unit and another one sliding over it. There's just too much friction. So I could push it with my hands, but as to pedaling, it's just too much pressure on everything. The easy solution to this would be to put something smooth between the axle and the wheel so that it could easily spin no matter how much weight is in there. So that's something I'll leave to somebody else. For me, I've proven this model, it works. It just needs a little bit of a modification or something slid in to make it slide perfectly. This model is quite extensive, and making the video of it was even more extensive. All the video so far has been roughly 380 video clips and a bunch of other photos thrown in between to make it a little bit more interesting. Where can you get this project? Well, you get it right now at CNCKing.com. You can cut it with a laser. I made it so that it can work with a laser or a router. If you have 6mm plasma cutter, go for it. It would be really, really heavy, but that would be kind of interesting to see what the result would be. You get it right now at CNCKing.com, and I'll see you in the next video.